want to know who's in charge.
Strength in life. Those readings don't make me think.
Sorry, guys. I just realized my mic was muted. So yeah, trying to get the bright dust thing done. So blockers. Okay, so far nothing is requiring any special weapons. Well, let's see what the rando bounties tell me. And whoops, wrong button. Okay, so we have super final blows. We get grenades, guardian kills, submachine guns, sidearms. I wonder if do I still have a wrist runner? Sidearm is there. Submachine gun is there. I know I'm using the Callus mini tool. I really like this scout rifle. I'm not too keen on the perks this has, but it's a nice scout rifle. It really is. It's a 150 though, so higher impact kind of situation, better range, lower rate of fire, lower magazine. I don't know. My Night Watch seems to really keep doing a good job on the regular basis, so it's kind of become the benchmark against all those scout rifles, just like my sidearm and my hand cannon measure that, and of course the Battler measures against all other pulse rifles. So let's see, what do we have? What did I say again? We're going to want to pick up sidearms, got that, SMG, right, okay. So we're going to pick up an SM. That's a very colorful outline. Interesting. Good use, good palette. Whoops, wrong button. So SMG wise, I'm trying to think, is it worth? I'm still leveling the Callus. I had one that was like level 10 and then I accidentally infused it. Oh. And there's a Drang also. I'm leveling them up only because that way I can unlock their full perks and then enjoy them as they are. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, I don't know. Does a Risk Runner provide Jolt? Oh, I got something done here. How did I do this? When did I do this? 100 levels. Okay, cool. Oh, there's a pattern here. Firefright. Oh. Oh, cool. I got the Firefright pattern done. Yay! That's a kinetic. Wait, do I already own that? I think I already own that. I could go make that. Yeah, let's go make that. No, let's focus. Okay, so we're going to be checking collections, exotic weapons, energy weapons. Where is the Risk Runner? Here she is. Okay, so superconductor, taking arc damage, resistance. This doesn't actually jolt anything, so having this is not going to help me. Okay, let's go make ourselves the auto rifle real fast. Oh. So last night I finally cracked out the fire team, Warhammer 40k fire team, which is like the super scaled down version of Kill Team. And I know it's supposed to be simplified because you're using a hex board instead of actual measurements, but the way it feels to me, it still feels pretty chunky, pretty crunchy. More importantly, it's the tokens. Skirmish games, I'm talking about tabletop board games, by the way. Skirmish games typically make up for a low model count with slightly crunchier mechanics and more resilient units. And I'm like, the whole point of playing a skirmish game for me is you want to play the actual models that you're used to playing, but at a smaller scale, so the game goes faster. I am perfectly okay with playing a 20 to 30 minute round on a tabletop. Having come from experiences with chess and card games like poker and 21, a hand of poker rarely lasts more than 30 minutes, and that's with people really taking their time and doing the whole meta bluffing and all that shit. Let's see, what do we want? Extended barrel? That's a good choice. Let's try spinning. That's always a good choice. I almost biffed up. My priority is getting opening shot on the Taipan. I almost totally messed up. Because she's already ready to go, and I just needed to get 2,000 resonant elements. There we go. Now I am so happy. Okay, that's solved that problem. Let's go play some Gambit. Pray for me. Let's see. Freelance or standard? Let's try standard. Let's see how that works. The big problem that I have with skirmish games is that they're so reliant on status tokens and activation tokens, and if they're affected by a special command or something token. So I guess that'd be a status token. So for instance, you're in Kill Team, your unit, your model, your figurine could be stunned, could be knocked prone, which is easy to do. You put the model on, lay it down on the table, which is easy. And then it has wound stacks, and there are wound counters, or you could use wound dice. Now, as I said, I would have no problem doing extra wounds, but most of the models here have like 10 to 16 wounds. Regardless if you're going to be using, and like say with the fire team, with the kill team set and the fire team set, you have a chit that is 10, and then you have a 5 and a 3, and you have a 1 and a 2. I don't think there's a 6 and a 7. So I could probably do I couldn't do 16 because that would be 3 dice, 3d6 at least. Because Sergeant Gideon in Fire Team has 16 wounds. So I'd end up using 3 markers or chits in general, regardless. And so it doesn't make any sense unless I use a d20, in which case that would be pretty fun. But I could use a spin down counter. But how big the d20 is, it's almost the same size as a model. So putting wound counters and initiative counters and activation counters, and then you get 2 or 3 models next to each other. One of them is the bad guy. It's going to be kind of confusing because none of the chits are bespoke, except for maybe the ploy counters. They do actually have are double sided, so you can have one side represent one force and the other side represent the other force. It can just lend itself to some feel-bad moments when you have an opponent saying, no, that's not my wound, those are your wounds. And I did not take wounds last turn. Well, that guy's already been activated. No, he can still be activated. I can just see the arguments growing from this. And it's kind of one of the things that's put me off of playing Kill Team as a product, because in just managing all those status markers, I can remember a couple of early games that I played with I don't know if it was Hero. No, it wasn't Hero Quest. Is it down there? There it is. You have to squat and scoot to pick up the motes, because one of the many reasons why I don't like Gambit anymore is because the map mesh has failed on a regular basis, and I'm just kind of tired of having static motes not being able to be picked up. Okay, and the fucking polygon kinetics is just really annoying too. That shimmy you just saw me do, that's all because my character got hung on a twig. The only time I've ever tripped over a twig is when I was skateboarding, and my wheel snagged it, and I was like, oh, that sucks. I don't know if anybody's ever had that happen. Anybody ever skateboard? It's like forgetting. It's like going dyslexic for that, which I am. It's like forgetting which hand is your left hand and which hand is your right hand, and you hit the brake on your bike and accidentally hit the front brake. Oh God, you do that once. I'm sorry, you do that once, and then you're like, okay. Then you take electrical tape and you wrap it around the handle of the back brake, so you know that that's the one that you always hit first when you're slowing down. Yeah. Any case, yeah. So adaptability. That's the point I'm trying to get here. So last night I came up. I was playing a game against myself, which Fireteam is. It's pretty easy to play against yourself. I mean, you don't get the surprise and randomness of what your opponent might be doing. You can't really meta your opponent thinking wise. But that's the point. You want as challenging a game as possible. What could be more challenging than playing against yourself? Unless, of course, you have no scruples and you're cheating. Hello. What the hell? Just dying all over the place here. Come on. I need to get some weapon kills, guys. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, yeah, I don't need any modes. What the hell? Excuse me. Yeah. Right. Plop. So I decided that rather than have the markers and everything clutter up the board, I would go ahead and I made myself a command board or control panel, basically. And, I could actually fit 20 spaces on it on an 8.5 by 11 sheet using 2 by 2 squares, 4 up, 5 across. And just number the spaces 1 through 10, times 2, of course. And then that way, then I would just put like a little, number on the base of the models, and that way I could track their status and stuff. Now, a lot of I am so targeted right now. Holy shit! Just gotta do weird things. Be weird. I'm focusing on just not dying right now. Using the trees as cover. There's something on my left. I'm guessing it is the big bad, the invader. Okay, cool, he's gone. Alright. Now I just gotta make sure I don't die with 15 motes on my hands. Because that would be embarrassing. Oh my god, you can't take this guy out? Fucking A. Yeah, keep cooking your super, because that's so much more important than fucking getting motes in the bank. Really, guys, come on. Oh, you look like the enemy, sorry. Another one? Gee, me. Okay. Oh, I see him. Oh, no, I don't anymore. Where's he headed? Oh, there he is. Oh, that's cool. Oh, wow. Cool. Super excellent. So yeah, so I'm gonna, after this couple matches, I'm going to go ahead and bounce off and try out my control panel system. I think that's what yeah, and here's the thing, is that I'm one of those modders with games. Like, I like Clue. I like playing the game of Clue. Clue was a fun game to play, but you can't always play with other people. So I've devised a little AI system for it. You're just standing there doing nothing because whatever. I'm fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. Everything's fine. We got you. But yeah, I started thinking about, Fireteam, and I was like, this is actually pretty okay. I'm not going to play Kill Team because those rules are just there's too much. I like a rules light system. So, yeah. I fucking hate Gambit. I'm here for Bright Dust. Why? Because I want a ship. No, actually, I want an ornament for a weapon. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. Come on. Damn it, the boat went away. They're gonna win. It's so funny, it's like he had to kill me with the very sword that I had in my hand. I don't know why that is. Miss the days when you could just go ahead and fucking destroy the fucking primeval when it spawned. No, instead you gotta fucking do this stupid emissary bullshit. I hope we're... Oh, never mind, we lost. Boing. Here we go round the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Anyway, it feels like they've slowed down the XP gains. I'm really tempted. But the Prefectus Quarez, I don't know, man. You know what? I got the resources. Fuck it. Let's do this. Fuck you. I hate this fucking game. God, I fucking hate Gambit so... It's actually... My brain is actually hurting right now. I'm actually looking at my ibuprofen going, I should probably take a couple and get ahead of this. Why am I doing it then? Then you're asking yourself, why are you torturing yourself? I don't know. Because I'm stupid. Stat increase in powerful friends. Okay, so we'll do powerful friends. Right here. And then what's my stat increase? So disconnected here. Mobility. Now, what I didn't do is... Oh, that's great. That's a lot. But this is for Iron Banner, so I'm going to keep it for Iron Banner. Ooh. Yeah, see? The pacing is... I got more recovery and discipline in this, but I'm lacking on strength. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go ahead and give it a hack. See what happens. Where's my armor plate that I want to use? This one. And we're going to... Since this is the test model, we'll do that. Alright, well, let's see how bad this feels. Concussive dampener. That's what I doubled down on this, and I don't think it really helps. I don't know that it works or not. I don't think it does. But whatever. Oh, look, same map. There's so much that I wish I could. See, I don't understand why go out of the way to put flinch on a sniper rifle. I mean, I hate the fact that this game is all balanced against PvP, because that's what the whole problem with snipers are. Because I mean, who gives a fuck how effective a sniper is in PvE? Who cares? Everybody was bitching and complaining about the fucking no-scope montages. And then all of a sudden now snipers have limited ammo. Now snipers have, of course I don't have any freaking heavy ammo. What the fuck? Why would I have heavy ammo? Because this is a PvP. They should just take Gambit out altogether and just make it a special event for, Crucible. Like, on the weeks that we don't have Iron Banner, we have Gambit. I think if you did that, made Gambit a limited event, that people would probably play it a lot more, and maybe R&D might actually get a chance to see what they could do to fucking make it better. Because, let's put it to you this way: if you have a bowl of chips or crisps, depending on what side of the pond you're on, and 20% of the crisps that you have in that bowl either are over fried, or they don't have enough seasoning on them or something like that, you're not really going to care too much, because maybe out of 20 handfuls, one is going to be kind of so it doesn't really matter. But if, say for instance, you're doing chips or potatoes, French fried potatoes, and you only have like, say, 20 French fries, and out of 20 French fries, that same proportion is bad, you're going to notice it more because it's a smaller sample size. So I think that if they had Gambit as a limited event, not necessarily a weekend event, but just like, in the off weeks between Iron Banners, then I think that being aware of, how cruddy the experience is, they might be more inclined to work on it. Hey, ammo. Because I like ammo. Ammo is fun. Still say they should just put weapons on basic cooldowns like they do in Battle Operation. That's such a fucking superior choice. Another reason why I like tabletop skirmish games is that you don't have limited ammo. You have smaller turns. I don't know. That's the thing. This is that I'm playing for my entertainment, and if I'm not feeling entertained, then it shouldn't feel like a chore. And Gambit just feels like a chore now. It used to be fun. I used to have a lot of fun with it. And I wasn't great. I mean, I don't ever fucking, consider myself to be, that strong of a fucking player making that smarter choices. But, I mean, at the same time, it was like, that was what Gambit was. You took a gamble. Focus on the primeval or focus on the emissaries. That was the Gambit. Now, I don't know, thematically, Gambit just doesn't match with anything that's going on. I hate this sword. Why am I leveling this sword? I'm never going to really use it. I'm going to level it up to 16, masterwork it, and then throw it in the vault and forget about it. The cool thing about craftable weapons is that you're not going to... Yeah, I've been targeted so fucking much. I mean, I know I'm putting myself out there, but it's like, come on, what is this? What are you doing, man? Why are you just standing there? Fuck me. Check your fucking bounties in orbit, please. Jesus Christ. How selfish. Either check them when you're dead, or check them... Oh, I'm out of ammo already? Jesus. Oh, see, look at that. Sometimes I wonder if Bungie sets that shit up specifically so that you'll want to go ahead and pay them back. I think that's what it is. It's just this false rivalry, divisionist narrative crap that's just so fucking weak. Bombardiers doing their work as usual. Alright, well, hopefully that bar goes all the way up to the top. Yeah. Gee, having some fucking heavy ammo right now would have been great, huh? What do you mean? I've killed envoys. Oh, shit. Alright, so... Oh, I didn't even grab the SMG, did I? Oh, fuck it. Yeah, and fuck this shit, too. Guy keeps invading. He's not doing anything for it. Yeah, you can kill me. Fine, whatever. Good job. Can you tell I'm just not that interested anymore? Look at that! He is so godly with that. Oh my god, what a hero. Oh, it makes me so wet. I figured that was going to happen. What is the Gallo? I don't know what the Gallo is. It's a sniper rifle from PsyOps. Yeah, it has ensemble, improved handling and reload speed, turnabout. Nothing special on the stats. Oh, what the hell? Oh, he changed weapons at the last minute. That was weird. I don't know. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Let's see what we got over here. You know what? I am not buying next season's pass, next annual pass, or anything like that. I'm not going to. Just don't feel it. Yeah. Oh my god. Do I have... Oh, I don't have the... shoot. Well, fuck it. By the time I install the app and then use it, it's cheaper just to go to the tower. I have to get it a SMG. Oh boy. I tried to make my jump ship look like an X-wing. I got pretty close, based on the shaders I had available at the time. So yeah, Warhammer 40,000 Fireteam. It's a box set. It's about 40, $50 depending on where you can get it from. I think you can get it through Barnes and Noble or Target, or I know it's available on Amazon. But yeah, um, I've gotten away from playing big board miniatures games specifically because I just don't have the time to set them all up and manage them, and getting people to play such humongous maps is something of a challenge too. So I think I'm going to go play a couple more games of Fireteam this afternoon and think about what I could do to speed things up. I'm hoping the control panel will be a nice solution to manage the different statuses of the miniatures. Maybe I will do contested wound rolls. So on the stat card, because I want to pick up some extras of these. On the stat card, you have a defense dice, and then you have the attack dice, and then you have the number you're supposed to roll per success for each one. So and then you have wounds. So, like, say for instance, the Necron Warrior is using a Gauze Flayer. It does 4 dice worth of attacks with 3 ups to make hits. Critical hits do 5 damage, and normal hits do 3 damage. Versus, say, a Space Marine Intercessor, or Assault Intercessor, excuse me, who has 16 wounds. That's a lot of wounds, but there's fewer models. So if I were to see, so 3 does not divide into 16 very evenly. Because that's the other thing too, is that I was thinking, like, it's like Professor Dungeon Master from Dungeon Craft was talking about using hits instead of hit points. So, in other words, if you have like a 20 hit point monster and your sword at the level that you should be attacking that monster at does 5 damage on average, that's 4 hits. So instead of sitting there doing this extended math, you do short math. That's what I like to call it, where you're dealing with smaller numbers. And that's the kind of thing is that in the game design, in the design of the game that I'm making right now, the skirmish adventure game, that's SAG. Adventure skirmish game is ASG. Tabletop combat adventure game is TCAG. TCAG. I don't know. I'm working on the descriptor for it, but basically, it's the game I'm trying to design is going to be both a miniatures skirmish game and a theater of the mind adventure game, and it's basically I want a more simplified version of what 5 parsecs from home is. What 5 parsecs from home is that it is a campaign combat skirmish game. That you're using small numbers of models, about 6 to 10 aside. You can play it against yourself. It is actually designed to be played as a solo. And then in between tabletop games, you have this abstracted narrative that you can roll for, like whether you earn a new patron or you piss off a patron or you earn extra weapons. Pick up rivals, eliminate rivals. Somebody gets sick, somebody gets taken out, somebody leaves the team. You have this arching narrative in the background that's simplified down to just a couple of dice rolls, which I kind of like. But I kind of want a situation where it's like taking all the best parts of 4th edition D&D, which is where they started introducing miniature-based combats. Because at the time, Dungeons & Dragons also had an actual tabletop miniatures combat game, which was really nice and I had a lot of fun. And you could use the stat blocks from that game in your D&D 4th edition games. And I don't know, a lot of people didn't like 4th edition because of its board gamey kind of feel. It didn't really lend itself to theater of the mind. And I want to build a miniatures game that is also theater of the mind adventures. And you can even do the combats as theater of the mind. Like, say, for instance, you're on a road trip and you guys want to play your game, for a while, but you don't have miniatures, obviously, and you're not going to be able to sit there and move things around like that, or for the most part, roll dice. But you can't do that on just have a designated passenger be the dice roller with an app. That'd be easy enough to do. But you could abstract combats and still get the game flowing through, just purely on what you choose your character to do by actions. Like, I mean, pretty much in the way of military science, I guess the term would be applied is. Strategy is how you plan to engage the enemy. Tactics is what you do once you get there. So, strategically, you're building your character. You have the stat blocks and stuff like that. And that could all actually be managed by somebody in the car. I'm doing the road trip example still. That could be managed by somebody who's in the car on a tablet. You have your designated bookkeeper, basically. And if it's a 2-person road trip, which oftentimes, that's kind of what it's going to be, then your passenger is the bookkeeper, and and possibly even the GM. But again, I want to build this game so that you can be cooperative or solo or guided, kind of like Ironsworn is. So I'm taking elements of 4th edition D&D and elements of 5 parsecs from home and elements of Ironsworn and a few other miniature battle games like Space Weirdos. I just picked that up. It's got a nice little dice mechanic to it, but that's a lot of dice, and I really want to get down to just 2 types of dice. I want a D6 and a D10, which is what Ironsworn uses for their Oracle system, but at the same time, I want to be able to have this be a diceless encounter where, if you don't have the ability to roll dice, you can, use the numbers off of a license plate or something like that. Or you could... use some kind of random number generator that's available and not necessarily have it be, dice. So I know on scientific calculators, most RNGs do 3 decimal places. So, and it's mostly always decimals because it's a percentile. This is bad. I shouldn't do this. Fuck off. Alright, let's get this guy rezzed. Oh, he's already up. Never mind. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to kill you. Let me kill you, please. Did I get it? Nope, he's still up there. Oh, now he's dead. Excuse me. So what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So, I mean, obviously if someone's doing a tablet with character management or unit management, then there's going to be, the ability to have a dice roller as well. But again, maybe you don't have electronic devices like that, or you don't want to deal with that. Maybe you're on a walk, and you're walking with your friend, and you just want to go ahead and run a game, or you're walking by yourself. You can use a base 10 number system, which is easy to do because base 10 is all around us. It's addresses, it's license plates, it's street sign numbers. There's numbers all around us, so you don't even need to use dice on this game. That's the other thing I want to do is I want to make this system so portable that you can actually just pull numbers off of anything. Like even right now on the screen, there's a 62 and a 54. I could use those as oracle numbers for my system. Now, referencing the oracle, that's something that's going to have to be abstracted as well. And that's the other thing, too, is that when I abstract combats, it would be purely on an oracle system, as opposed to on the tabletop, you would run with, physical attributes like positioning of the models. Are they behind the target, in front of the target? Did the target move a certain number of spaces in front of the shooters? That kind of situation. That's what Space Weirdos does, is that they've incorporated, if you are moving across the line of fire, you do expose yourself to fire, but the attacker has to roll it with a disadvantage because they're trying to target a moving target that's going faster across their field of vision than if they were running straight at them. And that's something that 4th edition worked into, and it was way too crunchy for people who were still coming out of 1st, 2nd, and 3rd edition brains, where most everything was abstracted. So yeah, trying to find the best of all worlds, that's a challenge, and it's more of a hobby than it is an actual desire to create this system and see it in play. But I think I'm about 2/3 of the way through right now with what I'm thinking about. But again, it comes down to my running thesis last year, or last expansion, where I was talking about what makes good gameplay. I can't believe it, dude. Every team I've been on. I mean, I don't know. Do I take responsibility for the fact that I'm just not a good player and I'm holding back everybody? Maybe that's what I should do. I should just not fucking play anymore. No, because I've dumped like 30 fucking modes and I haven't died that much. Maybe it's just that everybody's so damn fucking narcissistic, they're just not fucking working with each other. Or they're coming in with their weapons of choice and not thinking about the strategy of the actual play. I don't know. I do, like I said, I feel so targeted in this game sometimes. It's like, in Battlefront. In Battle Operation, I know I'm being fed to whales because their whole thing is driving you towards the microtransactions of the tokens. In Conan Exiles, I don't feel any targeting whatsoever. In fact, we've been on a server that is, for the most part, knock on wood, been pretty homogenous. We've had some local fights here and there. Some randos have come in to grief. And then the rest of the server is just basically dog piles the shit out of them. And we have managed to maintain the peace, or at least some stability, for a while. And that's been pretty nice. So, and then Elder Scrolls Online is like, you are basically a single player mode until you start going into things like dungeons and stuff. And that's kind of cool too. Come on, man, what the fuck? Wish there was like a special ability that allow you to collect motes at a distance, so that you don't have to stress about, why do I see people just standing a fuck around? I don't fucking understand that. Fuck. Sorry. No, I'm not apologizing anymore about that. I'm not going to apologize for that because, honestly, why are you playing a game if you're not fucking going to get active? It's just, it makes no sense to me. Why get into a fucking situation that you're going to fucking you need to be committed to Gambit? That's the problem. I think that the fact that they took away Gambit Prime has made everybody soft. I hate to say it. It's made everybody soft. There's nobody's pushing themselves to get beyond and above what they're doing. It's because Gambit is a playlist activity. They're not thinking about anything. They're not thinking about the competitive nature of it, because it's a fucking competitive mode. That's what puts it in the PvP purviews, and it's like stupid because people still treat it like a fucking like a fucking strike, and because the bosses operated like a strike. Your end game in Gambit is basically a strike boss, and it's like, who's gonna fucking commit, especially if you're not required to win to actually fucking earn the fucking weekly challenge. That's something else I miss. You in Gambit Prime, you had to fucking win to get those things counted. Fucking miss the heavy ammo. Okay. God. Son of a bitch. This is why I just stay on the arena fighting. Just stick to the fucking seasonal content and fuck everything else. I don't know. On that note, I may actually go ahead and buy the fucking annual pass just because. Well, Unicorn Abyss, you were just a couple seconds too slow, because now look at all the fucking downtime we have versus the fucking boss's kill zone. DPS mode. It's like they don't want to win. I don't know. It's weird, I don't understand it. The game gives you the fucking tools. It literally fucking handholds you to fucking win. It's like you deliberately want to suffer or something. I don't know. Oh, fuck me. I don't know. Sorry. Language. Good job. 3 matches, and the last one has to be a win. Yay! Oh, Harad. Just probably deep sight, right? Pattern cannot be extracted, excuse me. I don't like this aesthetic. I don't. I'm not a fan of this. It's like, I don't know. It's just not pretty. Yeah. Yeah. So I did the Catch Killer's vest. I was practicing with that. I don't think that it helped me all that much. So I'm going to go back to the Prefectus. It's much easier, much better to do that. Let's go ahead and bump up the power level here, because that helps a little bit with strikes and other environment. It helps with the arena. Power level is the power creep. Oh my god, the power creep is so fucking fun, isn't it? Let's see. We should have the weekly challenge done now. Yes. And more of this, whatever that is. And we got... Yeah, I hate that bottom fucking banner splash. Just get rid of that shit. Everybody knows what I'm fucking doing. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Like I said, this game does so much fucking hand-holding. Which is fine, because that's part of the fun of it. Damaging a champion with an arc ability causes the champion to become jolted. Oh, you're jilting me. I'm so sad. All right, first stop, Eugene. What you got for me, son?
It's the chosen one.
Uh
Slaying
huh.
any tired gods lately?
Wow, that is pathetic.
Hey, don't talk about Gambit out there.
I almost did it again. I did that for 2 weeks in a row. And not just once a week. A lot. Uh, okay. So, yeah, do I like tinkering with board games and games in general? Yeah, I really do. Not so much for video games. Um, only because, I don't know. I don't feel like modding video games. Conan has a really big mod community where most of it's cosmetic, obviously. Some of it has some mechanical applications like being able to show numbers coming off your targets, like they do in Elder Scrolls, that kind of stuff. And that's kind of fun. But I'm not on PC, so I don't want to get into that arena just yet. I might. Oh, cool. We have some 71s here. Oh, look at all the fucking engrams. Damn, dude. Clam got busy yesterday. I'm so proud of them all. I really am. I'm so proud of them all. My son and I and a buddy of ours formed the Gunfu Monks back in Destiny 1, I think it was. Um, yeah, so the only thing we haven't done yet is Gambit and Raid. Who's on right now? Who wants to... I haven't played with any of these kids. All my friends have real jobs. I'm an artist and a poet, and I work from home, and in between gigs, I do this shit. Most of my day doesn't really start till like about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So, speaking of, yeah, I should probably be wrapping this up real fast. Let's see how much bright dust I have. I have 198. Excuse me, 1988 bright dust. See what I mean? There's numbers everywhere. Do I have enough for the ornament? Yes, I do, and that is it. We are fulfilled. I don't even have enough for this wacky shader that does pretty much nothing. Okay, so now that that's all taken care of, um, what do we have here? Wow, look at that. We have things. We have things and stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and level this guy up. That's actually a really good sniper rifle. I shouldn't be so flippant about destroying it. I don't care about that sniper. A pattern cannot be extracted, but I'm going to keep it anyway. 71. Okay, so let's go to the vault. Use vault, motherfuckers. Alright, so I do want this because I do plan to make this happen. Strident Whistle is such a shit bow. I'm sorry. I said it. You can hate me. I don't care. The Damn It Amit is a good fucking rifle. So we're going to do that. And I like the recurrent impact. I'm not a sniper person because it's such a pain in the ass to fucking make snipers work with their ammo restriction and shit. Under Your Skin is a good fucking bow too. So let's do that. Okay, we're done. Did we get everything? Yes. Let's see. Now we're going to... You know something? Yeah, let's put it on my sidearm. What the fuck? I wanted to keep this because it's a good rifle, but it's still not any better than my Night Watch, so we're done there. Okay, and then we're going to bump this guy. Wait, it's a 56. Yeah, it's okay. And I think we're good here, right? I'd say that's a win. Okay, perfect. Anyway, so all that's left is some boring ass ammo leveling. I don't know if I want. I don't need to do Crucible this week. Yay! Um, Crucible this week are not my favorite fucking modes anyway. It's basically, um, yeah, showdown. Go fly a kite. I do not know what the Crucible Labs is entailing this time. Complete matches in any Crucible playlist. Participate in experimental work in progress Crucible experiences. Hmm. You know what? Let's try this out. Let's see what this is. Zone control. Oh. No, I don't want to do that. That's not happening. Anyway, I'm out of here then. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys